ang ginawa kasi nila on the previous one is that yung binabalik nila yung pagiging marksman ni Toshi, wherein hindi yon gumana sa Bren E Pro. Though gumana siya on the first 2 series, pero against one of their rival as of the moment was actually Bren, hindi nga nila na penetrate yung prowess nitong team na ito. Pero I think Smart Omega still trying or testing the water here on the national. Pero kasi alam mo yung napaka-slight nung mga change of roles, and ito tingin ko this is like parang a championship type of roster na pinapakita sa atin ng Smart Omega. And coming from a loss kanina for LPE, mukhang gusto na nilang pumalag dito on the medyo early game yata ang type of drafting dito ng Eagles Wolf.
That's right. Okay, well, you talked about drafting. Sige, mag-comment ako sa mga openers dito ng para sa teams because I really like it a lot. First, Johed obviously isang pick ng Eagles na they really respect kasi parang it opens up a lot. Now, para sa Smart Omega, kung mapapansin mo, Rob, available ang Yuzong, ang Alice, ang Uranus, and yung tatlong heroes sa sobrang lakas sa side lanes. But Smart Omega, actually, kinuha lang nila isa doon sa tatlo na yon and then went in for a flexible pick, which is the Farsa. This tells us na ang Smart Omega ayaw nilang makita agad ng kalaban yung kanilang mga strategies even when the big ticket offlaners are available. Just like what Eagles did kanina, di ba? Doon sila nayari kasi alam na yung Alice at yung Yuzong ang gagamitin ng Eagles. So, open na agad yung side lanes. Now, want to say though, with Eagles, this Khalid and Johed, it kind of tells me na open sila individually, but if you pick them all together already, masasabi mo na, tank Johed na to at side lane Khalid to. So that kind of tells me na medyo hindi ko siya gusto. Now, my question for you, Sir Rob, is what is this Hilda? What is the strength of the Hilda and Farsa combo against a Lancelot? Do you actually prefer the Hilda this time? Kasi parang I think na ang lakas niya mang-invade, but it might not be enough against Lancelot. Or what do you feel about this?
Yeah, I get what you mean, no. Pero ang parang usual kasi na ginagawa talaga nila in terms of the Hilda is that pang-invade. Kasi basically kasi ang gagawin na dito ng Eagles was gonna be invading, of course. Si Bibo gagamit dito ng Johed. And somehow, as we've been seeing a lot of games coming from Smart Omega, this is a favorite hero to ni Hit. And even on the playstyle itself, ganito yung mga gusto niya. Yung talagang they actually going deep into the base ng kanilang kalaban and together with Yell Haze. Given that this is a Farsa, na pwede siyang palipat-lipat lang. Nakita na natin si Haze using this hero. Kumbaga, ang ginagawa niya lang is clearing the wave, going in, nag-i-invade sila. Pero, in terms kung gusto ko ba against dito sa side ng Eagles, it might be not kasi kaya siyang i-burst down in terms of the heroes na nakalabas ngayon for the side of the Eagles. Pero ang pinaka-point of naman talaga ng isang Hilda is just to provide vision and of course to zone out during the early stages of the game. And of course, habang lalo na mabibigyan ng time dito si Haji, to whatever core na kanyang piliin. I was actually leaning into a Ling na for sure na baka gamitin dito for Smart Omega. What do you think? What's gonna be the core kaya dito? Or rather, Binan. So, tingin ko yun yung pinaka pero it might be a different story nga for Smart Omega.
Well, when it comes to the core, sobrang open. I think that they might choose the Yi and Jin actually. It's the parang ganun yung pwedeng maging tema for Smart Omega. Kasi what else do we have when it comes to like an assassin me? Hayabusa pwede rin consider. I love the Valier. I think yung Eagles nakalimutan nila na kailangan nilang iban itong Valier na to. Kasi really is strong against their heroes. Napakaganda niya laban sa Khalid. I think that Valier makes Khalid unplayable talaga eh. Yeah.
Yes. This is a Farsa side lane.
Yes.
Would you agree with me if is it possible for like a Harit for this one? Pero it's gonna be risky kasi medyo early, yun ang literal na early game centric type of lineup na kailangan nilang ipanalo talaga yung early game whenever you get a core Harit.
I think you might be right. I think you might be right actually. Harith will make a lot of sense now for Smart Omega. And now for Eagles, they opted for Sicilian. I don't like this at all, but I guess yun talaga yung tema for Eagles. Gusto nila na may late game presence pa rin sila. Yuzhong, it's okay. Now Busen, I think Lunox would have been perfect for Eagles, pero ang ganda ng coverage ng Smart Omega, binan agad nila yon. Now, looking at this for Smart Omega, I think you're right. Harith could be good. Or siguro Yisun Shin na lang din para sa honest side. Merong konting consideration on the Hayabusa, but I feel that those two heroes that we mentioned first, yung Harith and the YSS, it might be the priority for Smart Omega.
Yes. Well, I do like, Claude, yeah, it totally makes sense. We're gonna be given a lot of physical damage coming here for Smart Omega. Smart Omega bringing down the marksman. Kumbaga, they're actually, if not only the team, pero one of the teams talaga na nag-fully utilize ng mga marksman on their lineup. And slowly, no, bumabalik na rin talaga yung marksman into the drafting. Speaking with here on Smart Omega. How about you, Wolf? Would you really like yung mga ganitong klase ng drafting?
Yeah, this is so open. May up for consideration pa, up for debate kung maganda na ba na i-funnel ang isang Claude. If you are confident as a team, for sure ay maganda siyang piliin. Pero kung kanto na parang is it actually a band-aid answer mula sa Smart Omega, dun mo sasabihin na pangit. But this game, Claude, I'm gonna be happy. Kung kayo maglaro ng Claude dito, masaya. Ang talagang kakatakot ka lang is ejector, but you can actually dodge that, right? And this is perfect for the side of Smart Omega because Claude will have a free game. Mga kaibigan, game number 1 of this best of 3 series between LPE Eagles and Smart Omega. This tournament is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. Let's go into the match na ngayon. Rob, what do you expect from the early stages? Tingin mo ba makakapag-farm itong Claude or will Lancelot actually take over in the early stages?
I'm totally thinking since there's gonna be a Claude and most likely it's on the mid lane, it's gonna be Haji's hero. So, or probably yun nga yung mangyayari doon. Ang iniisip ko kasi, no, the Yuzhong was gonna be a perfect fit together with the Khalid. Parehas may execute dito and for sure hindi gagamit ng Purify or whatnot dito ang isang mid lane na Claude kasi siya yung pinaka magiging jungler nila at the same time. So, there's a part of me that if LPE could be able to utilize their execute or ma-focus nila dito, I think the Claude could be an easy or rather very squishy dito on the early stages. Pero it's up to Haji to dodge those skills. And of course, yung Lancelot din dito, like a burst damage.
And obviously, parang ito din yung kalaban ng ng LPE kanina. It's a Uranus and Farsa combination. But this time, binubuli na nila. Now, Jake the Dog naman ang magko-control ng ating Yuzhong. Kanina, the Yuzhong nakakuha siya ng first blood but Ryota actually bullying Curtizi. This is the power of the side lane carry that we are seeing right now. At ibang parte naman ng mapa, Rob, it's actually Yelly Haze on this Valier. Sobrang solid, one of the favored na heroes. At samantala si Heath naman ay isang Hilda na really mang-i-invade lang talaga. Manggugulo lang to ng ating Lancelot.
Pero
Curtizi go. Oh my goodness.
I think that was very unfortunate for Curtizi talaga. He actually went out, nabuhay na siya on the very first execute ni Ryota as well, almost 1 HP yung nakatira, nakauwi siya. Pero talagang binabahayan ni Bimo yung orange buff doon ni Haji. And that was very unfortunate nga at na-pick off yung Farsa.
Oh my goodness, Aspect actually not getting the purple buff. That's the first blood pa siya ni Heath with that flicker. And Smart Omega, kahit pa nakuhaan sila ng isang side lane kill, mas maganda pa ang kanila nakuha because that is a kill on the funnel. While for Smart Omega naman, ang move nila dito, yung Hilda and Uranus gang up together to look for that orange buff. So parang yung Eagles natanggalan na ng purple buff dun sa kanilang carry. Nag-contest pa yata yung orange but actually Lancelot will get that. Habang si Heath naman ay binubuli lang itong si Arms. Rob, how important is this first purple buff na hindi nakuha ng Lancelot?
Malaking bagay. Kasi in terms of end rotation wise Pero I think may bawi pa naman if ever man makuha nila dito si Genji. Pero si Heath sakto ang dating.
Heath actually protecting Uranus then there. Napilitan si Jake the Dog na mag-ultimate. Genji will be taken out. Jake the Dog using his ultimate for that one. I think that's also massive. The fact na nabuhay si Aspect, I think that's good. Nagla-last na lang dito. Tapos si GZ naman ay nakapag-farm ng kanyang sarili. Mag-isa. Heath might be in trouble or is he actually? Medyo nagmamanap siya dito against Jake the Dog and Aspect. is actually gonna be able to retreat dun sa anyang turret. Jake the Dog and the gang will just clear out the waves and pag-take na lang ng damage doon sa outer turret enemy shields while into the orange buff of the Smart Omega squad. A bit of tingnan mo for Had GZ. Nandito na yung si Bimo at si Ryota bullying out Had GZ. Trying to take away this orange buff. Nandito si Kenji para protektahan din naman si Had GZ. Natry na lang ng Omega na makuha to, but that is gonna be the retribution by Had GZ to take that one. Beautifully done. Go for Bimo para mag-back na lang sila doon. Rob, I think that the turtle will be for the side of Eagle.
Oo, tingin ko, well spent yun eh. Regardless nakuha doon ni Haji yung orange buff niya, tingin ko it's okay. Yung time na nakain doon nila Bimo, just being there, zoning out yung buff na yun, is naging kapalit is turtle. Look at the gold, the difference ngayon ng Eagles and Omega. It's almost close to 3,000. And it's a total different Eagle that we're looking in right now compared to what they had on the very first series of today. And now, Eagles, parang they're playing on their best right now. Kumbaga, ito yung talagang galaw ng Eagle. The early game prowess that they had during the Happy Feet Emperors, ito na yon, Wolf.
Oh, definitely. I like this a lot kasi parang ang ginawa ng Eagles, instead of trying to outmatch itong ating Claude, they went in for the side lanes. Yun yung in-establish na yung control. Hindi man ganun agad ang start for the Lancelot because of the Kilda's presence. In the end, nakapag-farm pa rin naman yung mga ibang members ng Eagles and they also got 2 kills. That's why they are now leading. They're also making it hard for GZ to farm. Little bit of a tosser in the mid lane. Nakita si LAZ ito pero naman pwede sa gumamit ng flicker. Ultimate coming out from arms. But Jake the Dog sa may backline. Si LAZ is done for. Hit naman yata yung susunod na slow na nga rin with that retribution play. But Curtizy is gonna use the Farsa but it's not gonna be enough. Napakita yung Jake the Black Bimo. Curtizy in trouble. Curtizy down. And Eagles will get 3 kills in total. Ginamit yung kanilang lamang in this early stage and now they are leading by a lot. Rob,
ang linis. That was very good dahil baka ma-pick up pa rin nila dito si Had GC. Nagamit niya na yung BMI. Nakaabang doon si Bino sa likod pero buti na lang nandun si LA just to show them off and Bimo yung siya pa yung mamamatay doon.
Punishment. Kenji might be in trouble because of this. Lancelot bad persecution sa side lane. Yellow Haze will go down. Ryota, sakwi ko si Vita tama kay Kenji pero sinihit na lang ang mamamatay. Early execute but they still get the kill nonetheless. Eagle on a roll now. Ang laki din ng lamang nila, Rob.
Ang laki.
GZ.
Definitely ang laki. This is already 3,000 and it's already halting down Had GC dito mga kaibigan. Amazing do it just to show the way. Oh my! Look at that. Ito na yung nagiging ngayon. Sagot niya doon sa tanong natin kanina, Wolf. Is this Claude have enough time para mag-scale or even provide enough damage? Lalo na napaka-squishy niya dito with 2 execute coming from the Eagles. Look at that. Kenji might actually die here, Wolf.
Yeah, Uranus is down sa may kanan. Yell Haze found by Aspect once again. Ganun din yung nangyari kanina. Aspect was able to find the Hadit. At kahit nababawasan na ibang members ng Omega, they still went in for the squishier targets. I love the decision making of Aspect now. The side of Eagles. And 5,000 agad ang nilamang ng Eagles at this point. Jake the Dog bullying out Hajizi para hindi makakuha ng purple buff. Smart Omega in trouble na pipilitan silang mag-group together while Eagles are just taking everything from the map right now.
Ang kailangan talaga nila. Kailangan i-turtle talaga to ng Smart Omega. They have to fully utilize here the Forza para hindi. Pero look at that. Going into the backlanes. Buti may tulak si Yellow Haze doon. Pero yung Torre doon sa gitna mukhang mababasag na nga din. And here, Curtizy just using the better airstrike para lang hindi agad-agad sila dito mapasok. Pero ito na yung ito na yung magiging sakit ng ulo nila dito, Wolf. Yes, meron tayong Farsa dito that could be able to get the minion waves, hindi agad-agad makapag-push dito ang Eagles. Pero ang pinaka magiging point of contention dito is actually gonna be the Yuzo. Kasi it doesn't really need minion wave. Dahil papasukin kanyan sa likod, given na may execute pa to, kaya niyang i-burst down dito. Like even a lot.
My goodness, how cheesy! It's gonna be burst down pero may punishment yata sa Lancelot. Lancelot is gonna be shut down. Get Haze with a good punish, but Eagles try to assert their dominance dito sa bottom lane. Get the turret. And that combo mula ay Arves, that's deadly. May Sanguine Claws na pwede nila i-combo with the Thorn Rose. Para gitnang-gitna talaga yung damage output ng Eagles. We questioned a little bit itong Sicilian ng Eagles, but it actually makes a lot of sense now for the Eagles. Rob, what can Omega now do? Can they capitalize on this death of the Lancelot?
Yeah, probably. Medyo konting breather para sa kanila. Pero ang pinaka talaga, yung mga front line dito, yeah, the Sicilian does make a lot of sense. Kasi parang ang libre niya lang mag-skill eh. Na nasa harap yung Khalid, nasa harap yung si Jake the Dog, usual, and even Bimo. So, hindi mapuntahan sa likod yung Sicilian.
Ooh, Kenji is gonna survive with a silver fell kit. Nandito sa may gitna. Papalikin na ng mga members ng Eagles. Blazing to it. Onto Arms. Is there a punishment? Nice flicker to the right side. Para kay Arms. Makakatakas din dito si Claude. Gonna be safe for now. Aspect is here. It's gonna be tricky for Omega. Pwede ba sila magstay? They will try to fight. Thornrose for Aspect para madodge yung konting skill shots. Cyclone 9 to get away. Still being chased down. Nice usage of the Phantom Execution. Nag-life steal na rin si Aspect for to keep himself safe. Ang daming nangyaring batuan ng skills doon but nobody dies. First with the Defender Strike Aspect. It's still taking a lot of damage pero nakakopa rin siya ng purple buff. Heath cannot stop this at all. Ryota, nakita niya dito si Heath. But the members of Omega, hindi na muna sila lalaban. Bimbo actually trying to go for the ejector play but far too late. Hayes gets out.
Kailangan talaga Wolf to. I-hold talaga to ng Smart Omega. Pero grabe, Bimbo with another ejector dito, ladies and gentlemen. Blazing duet ni Haji.
Finally, Arms goes down. Ryota in trouble. Pero meron pa siya quicksand guard. Tingnan natin kung kailan gagamitin. Not enough. Time to go for Heath. Heath survives. Aspect to the right, to the left side. At GC still chasing. One BMI. May punishment. Thornrose. Pero hindi. Kinulang double kill para kay GC. This is bad for the Eagles. Natuloy na pa tayo. But the punishment onto GC with an execute. Wala kay Jake the Dog. Wonderful. Unstoppable force usage. Wala doon kay Bimo. Punishment was there. Little bit of breathing room para sa Omega. Jake the Dog trying to survive this. Against 3, kahit sobrang taas ng fire mo, baka hindi mo kayanan. Even when they're used up, but the sustain is there! Bimo trying to turn this around. The help of Jake the Dog. Dinedepensahan talaga nila yung kanilang mid lane. May cannon, nakaunti na lang yung buhay, and that's it. Defense for Eagles as they won't lose any turret from that engagement.
Well played yon, Wolf, para kay Jake the Dog and as well with Bimo. Kasi kung hindi nila napatay doon, number 1 si Haji, that is a potential lord for the side of Smart Omega. Then given yung ginagawa nilang pag-show off, wala rin na-accomplish. Yes, namatay yung tatlong members dito ng Eagles, pero Smart Omega didn't even accomplish anything from that position dahil namatay si Haji and they actually tried to kill yung Yuzhong, and from there, parang nasayang yung breather na naibigay sa kanila, yung opportunity na yon from the Eagles.
We'll see if the Eagles will utilize naman yung ganun. But Arms needs to be careful now. Ryota on the middle of the fight. Si Kenji naman nabos si Arms, but Arms will survive. Bad feast para din makapag-sustain. Ryota will go for the quicksand guard. Matala si Jake the Dog looking for an angle. Heath actually spotting Jake the Dog out. Kenji just spacing out the members of Eagles. Habang nagpa-fire naman si Anilio dito sa may kaliwa. Try to go for the blazing duet at retribution play para makuha yung purple buff tail. Ryota yung trouble. Ryota goes down. GZ punishes that one out. And what? A kill on the Lancer. This is bad for the Eagles. Dalawa ang napatay. Omega slowly inching their way to cut this deficit
Indeed.
Eagles built.
Wolf, indeed, this is a very bad news para sa side ng Eagles. Slowly, nakakabawi dito Smart Omega. They were already on almost 8,000 deficit earlier. Ngayon, it's been slimmed down to 3,000, and Haji, nagkakaroon na siya, nagiging libre na, nararamdaman mo na yung damage niya dito with the items, and this might be a potential na Lord para sa kanila. Mukhang makukuha nga yata nila to, Wolf.
Kung haka-respawn pa lang din dito ni Ryota at si Aspect a few seconds more, they will have to walk their way towards the Lord, pero konti na lang yung buhay. Retribution could be there. Where is it? The Lord will be taken by the Claude. Bimo, trouble. Bimo, mababuhay pa ba? Ang Rainion tumakas, blazing to it to cancel that one out. They're trying to overrun GC, but GC gets out of the BMI. May na-kill pa dito on the Jawhead. Jake the Dog in trouble as well. Slow down. Pinapaligiran ng 4 na members ng Omega. Tinatry niyang mag-survive. Kaya ba niya? He's trying to survive, but can be shut down. Oh my goodness. Smart Omega, what a comeback. And yung 8k deficit nga na sinabi mo, Rob, it's nothing now.
It's definitely nothing. This is a 1,000 still lead from the Eagles, but this is a Lord. 2-man down for the side of the Eagles. And the Claude, kung mapapansin mo, nandun na siya sa batang gitna, hindi pa na-burst down dito ng Eagles. And how will they be able to come back from this position? The Eagles draft were supposed to win an early to mid game. They've done that. They've got their power spike. Pero sudden flip na nangyari dito, Smart Omega just showing yung experience na meron sila as a team, Wolf.
It seems like it. Mukhang ganun nga kasi tama yung targets na ginaw nila mga later stages of the game na. So, dalawang outer turret na nawala. Dalawang second tier turret. Nakuha ng Smart Omega. Isa na lang yung outer turret ng Eagles. Well, technically speaking, this is an inner turret. Yung tier 2 turret po sa Mobile Legends is what we call the inner turret. So that's only one for Eagles right now. Even na rin, tig-5 turrets na nakuha na para sa teams. And even if you look at the gold, it's actually in favor of the Smart Omega squad now. The comeback is real. Ang tanong, Rob, will Eagles be able to utilize yung kanilang hero for this late game? Kaya ba na si Cillian at ng Yuzhong to? Because Lancelot, hindi na ganun kalakas in the late stage.
Hindi. Well, I mean, the Lancelot, kumbaga nagkakaroon talaga ng parang point of ano yan na parang hanggang doon lang yung kanyang power spike. Pero, of course, there's this kind of thing, yung may ejector doon from hit. They could potentially do still this, Wolf, if they're able to pin down, of course, dito si Haji. Pero kung mapapansin mo, sobrang dulas. I mean, yung BMI ni Haji, ang hirap niyang hulihin. And given yung mga front line niya dito is providing him a lot of vision. Pero ito na, pasok dito si Jake the Dog sa likod.
They really love to take Cartesi. Jake the Dog, kumakuha niya yung kill na yun with the execute play. Not even an execute usage dito. Will he be punished? He's being controlled by Kenji as well. Pero dito sa may bandang kita, pinapalilaban. Aspect versus GC, and GC wins it! And buha pa sila kill on to Bimo. But Omega are running down the members of Eagles. The Arch trying to survive, but the Sicilian can survive against 3. At yun na nga, Omega runs down Eagles. 3 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Rob, sinacrifice nila yung Parsa, but this is a much better cause for Omega.
Definitely. They could have done it for Had GC, pero I think Jake the Dog realized that he could be able to bring down doon for GC, pero the cost is very costly nga dahil dito, mukhang Smart Omega, the stables have turned indeed, Wolf.
Oh my goodness, and that's a wipeout. Sakto pa rin, mag-respawn na si Curtizi. And only Bimo as well as Arms to defend here. And mapupoy na rin si Aspect. And Omega actually will respect this. 35 seconds before the Lord respawns. Tignan natin kung ang Smart Omega ba ay maghintay nun or they try to take the pickups. And Smart Omega, knowing this as an very systematic team, Rob, mukhang maghihintay pa talaga sila ng kanilang chance para kumuha ng Lord.
They don't want to risk it. I mean, ang hirap nung ginawang defense kanina ng Smart Omega coming from the deficit na yon. And now they are on the lead. They are the one who sets the tempo ngayon here on going into the late game, or rather on the late game. Kaya nandito na yung Luminous Lord. And it's gonna be very hard para din naman sa side dito ng Eagles to contest the Lord here. It's either palalabasin nila si Jake the Dog and somehow a lucky retribution magagaling from Aspect. Pero hindi na yata hihintayin ng Smart Omega ang Lord.
Bimo had to use the flicker as well as the consume coming out from the Shadow Mask.
Oo.
Ang daming commitment noon para lang mabuhay. And now, Omega, they're feeling confident. Look at the damage output from GC. Pero sabi niya dito, laban na lang muna. Nakita niya si Ryota sa may kaliwa. Jake the Dog is here to defend against GC. But GC, advanced play. BMI to the left side this time. Babalik pa siya doon. Sabi Claus, masyado maaga. In comes the Raging Sandstorm defensively. Blazing forward. Ryota goes down. Dahil kata si Bimo dito using the unstoppable force in bad spots. Bimo is gonna go down. A double kill para kay GC. Parsa with the better strike, slowing Aspect para sakto. Mahuli siya ng Omega. And this is trouble for the Eagles. Only 2 to defend, but the base will not survive. Omega takes game 1.
That was Had GC.